Hi, everyone, and a warm welcome to all our guests, peers, and colleagues from around the world. On behalf of Exalogic Consulting and Mendix in the UAE, I would like to welcome you all in this interactive webinar entitled Accelerate Your Innovation and Modernize Your Software Development, wherein we will introduce you the power of low-code application platform and rapid application development. My name is Allison, and I work closely with the technical and marketing team at Exalogic, and it is my pleasure to be your host for today. Alongside with me is my colleague Shalima, our business strategy specialist at Exalogic. We have been working together helping customers accelerate digital transformation through low code, and we have been working really hard to bring up this webinar for you all. Hi Shalima, how are you today?
Hey Allison, thank you so much for the introduction and a warm welcome once again to all our attendees. I'm really thrilled to see a high number of participants joining us from different regions across the world. It is indeed exciting to see an elevated interest around rapid application development. I believe now more than ever, businesses have realized the importance to work smarter, faster, and in a more structured way. And so today, our goal is to help your organizations realize these aims with the power of low-code application development.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Shalima. I can't agree with you more. Seeing all these rapid changes happening around us and, the increasing demands from organizations, we are thrilled to be in partnership with Mendix. We help our customers accelerate innovation and their digital transformation journey and go to market faster.
Absolutely.
Okay, so like we said, this is going to be an interactive webinar. So I'll be happy to throw a first poll for today. So I'd like to ask our guests if you have ever come across low-code development before. Let me know if you're able to see the poll on the screen. Perfect.
Okay,
seeing their answering? Yeah. Okay, I think we're
Done.
still getting answers.
Yes,
Shalima.
yes, it's quite interesting to see the numbers. Oh, I can see an overwhelming number of people with experience in low-code platforms, so that's great. And I'm confident our speakers today will give you more insight into the Mendix platform and how it will benefit your organization.
True. Thank you everyone for all your answers and for participating. I hope this is our first warm-up for today, since we'll be sharing this next 1 hour with you.
Great. So without further ado, let's dive into the presentation. And so allow me to walk you through today's house rules. To everyone who's tuned in, please be advised that this session will be recorded and the link of the recording will be personally sent to your registered email address. And should you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to drop them at the chat box, which is at the right of your screen, and we will answer them at the end of the session. I would now like to hand you over to Allison. Allison, please take over.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us today, Shalima. I know it's a very busy day for all of us. So we understand that businesses today want to innovate faster, requiring complex softwares, innovative apps, web applications, mobile apps, and even e-services developed even faster. Hence, there is a need to bridge the gap and open the collaboration between business and IT. Through our strategic partnership with Mendix, we enable leaner teams to work directly together to build applications up to 10 times faster while maintaining the highest standard of security and quality. So it is my pleasure to now introduce you to our speakers from Exalogic during this event. First and foremost is our chief speaker for today, Ms. Deepa Das. Deepa is the VP for Technology and Innovation. She has over 18 years of experience in the digital transformation spectrum, working for the likes of Accenture and Exalogic. Kapil is our business analyst and Mendix specialist at Exalogic, who will be supporting Deepa during the next 1 hour and will be walking us through the demo scenarios. Prithvi is our head of marketing and communications at Exalogic. Prithvi is passionate about sustainable business models and circular economy. So without further ado, let's dive deep into the webinar and would now like to invite Prithvi to take over. Prithvi?
All our participants. We're really glad to see so many people from across the world being a part of this, and we hope there's a lot of value that you can take back to your own businesses and processes after this. A brief introduction to the agenda. We'll be starting off with an introduction to ourselves in terms of what Exalogic does right now. We'll also then take you through to an overview of Mendix, which will include the problems that current app developers face, the differentiation between low code and no code, what is rapid application development, followed by a few benefits of Mendix as well. And finally, we will have an introduction and a demo for you as well, where we will showcase in real time what Mendix can actually do for you. And then we'll have a Q&A session where you can probably ask your questions and clarifications as well. And finally, we'll round this off within 60 minutes. This is the timeline that we've set for ourselves. Moving on to the next slide. We've been working closely with clients on their digital transformation journeys. And as a part of this journey, we've been recognized as an industry leader in technology innovation, both by peers as well as the market. This focus on innovation has allowed us to embrace new technologies that are emerging like IoT, cloud computing, and blockchain as well. And it has help clients innovate, helped us to build disruptive solutions for their businesses, helped us improve business processes while reducing costs for them as well. This has also allowed us to really thoroughly and deeply understand our client business domains. It could be oil and natural gas or real estate or whatever other business domain that our clients have been in. We've been able to leverage our understanding of new emerging technologies and build innovative solutions for them, which have had a profound effect on how they've been doing their businesses. It has also allowed us to understand the problems that are inherent in legacy IT infrastructures. A lot of our clients come to us and ask us how we can help them in their digital transformation journeys, even though they don't have a digital infrastructure. And this is where our partnership with leading brands like SAP and Mendix come in. Our expertise and the trust that we build with both our solution partners as well as with our clients have allowed us to build solutions which can be quickly deployed in our client IT infrastructures, while allowing them to experience the power of digital innovation as well. So, especially during the time of pandemic, we have been able to see a lot of benefits in terms of how digital transformation has allowed clients with legacy IT infrastructure to embrace digital technologies. That's it for Exalogic in terms of what we do. I would now like to ask Deepa to take over and give you an introduction to what Mendix is all about.
Hello everyone. Welcome, and quickly diving onto the agenda. What do we see here on the slide? The situation looks very familiar, right? Most of the businesses face the issue like they want to be on top of everything and need everything at the right time and as much as fast as possible, and which clearly shows the IT or whatever the solutions are there as part of support the business are not even half of it. So the demands of business are very high in the competitive world, and IT can't meet at the same pace, which has a lot of backlog. So just coming on to deeper dive into the challenges, what we typically face in the industry or whatever we see in the business. Disruption in technology has created more tech-savvy customers. So the digital experience is expected at every level by everyone. This digitalization has put pressure on both IT as well as the business. The number of softwares today are not countable. Like whatever you see, if you see 100 softwares today, tomorrow there might be another 1,000 new softwares which will come up with the same solutions. And we get an upgraded version of every software almost very quite frequently. We get the upgrades and updates to existing softwares. The version what you have chosen to develop an application might become an outdated one by the time you take the application live, if the duration of the project is going a little longer than 3 months. And there will be many new features which got added into that and which we will not be able to make use of. Take an example of AI coming into picture, or the bots which are coming in, or the IoT data flowing into the systems. Whatever comes in, we will all the features are needed in the hands of any user. It's like they would like to have a most valuable digital experience. And to succeed in today's competitive global marketplace, You must really fearlessly innovate to differentiate, creating a stunning business applications to realize your company's evolving business vision. Staying on older version will not help any time, and we need to have always stay current. Staying current is the most pressing need always. Developers need to leverage the emerging technologies, whatever are there in the industry, which needs a constant learning, and business needs also do not remain static. When we look at the changing businesses, processes, whatever coming, they do not remain static and constant. It's like change is inevitable, and change in processes are unavoidable. Always there should be the applications or the solutions what we provide should be able to accommodate the changing needs of business. And we always see a gap in collaboration between business users and technical team, which might even lead to great surprises in the end when an end product is delivered. Most of you might remember a comic where the user expects a swing where a wheel of a tire of a vehicle is put and is expected, but the way people understand in the beginning is a swing, and the way development comes, you can all see like what there's a graphic related to this comic. Most of you would have seen it. So always there should not be, this gap has to be bridged. Always whatever business expects should be accommodated in the solution provided. And business users need an easy tool for collaboration which doesn't need much learning. They will not be allowed, they can't put to what a diagrammatic visual diagram or what they would like to see in the beginning and would expect us to deliver, right? So coming on to time to market. When there's an idea which is new to market, and the time to deliver or take it to market should also be very short. We should be able to do it, articulate it in a very quicker time and take it to market. Otherwise you're outdated, your solution or your idea might become an outdated one which is already being used by most of the industry. So can we go to the market such demanding needs with our traditional way of coding? Can we go? Definitely not, right? We go and we develop the components, we develop the models, everything, writing from scratch. And when we want to develop something, it's not so easy. So directly, the result of this one is we need to shift to tools which give something in a very short time with less effort and great results. Result is the low code and the no code platforms. So many of the evolution of the needs or the demands have resulted in developing a low code and no code platforms. And as you all see it, the low code is, the name says it all. It's a very little coding or minimal coding. These platforms usually come with code being encapsulated behind the graphical user interfaces, and they come with visual interfaces for application development, where the applications are built with just the drag and drop features, whatever are available, and setting the flows. Low code typically requires at least some manual effort, coding effort, not that totally you can drag and drop everything, you can make use of it, but it needs an understanding of the fundamentals of the application design and the functionality. Of course, they're very easy to develop, share, and reuse. And Forrester has predicted that 75% of the development shops will use low-code platforms by the end of 2021. So we can say the future is low-code platforms. Coming on to what are no-code platforms. So no-code platforms are also equally good, but they come with ease of use and typically cater for users of business needs, which are particularly fit into regular scenarios. They do not come with a lot of customization. And of course, no coding is needed, but they come only for just a simple solutions, whichever we can make use of the general market trends. So the future, where we are calling it as low-code application development, those platforms will be the future. They come with good customizations and integrations to our needs, and so they suit any users. Whereas the no-code platforms are typically UI-based and will be suiting only the front-end applications mostly. So coming on to developing with the low-code platforms, where can we go with the same waterfall methodology or the V model of development cycle, where we take the entire requirements and develop it? course, it doesn't suit with the low-code platforms, or not doesn't suit, it doesn't help us in meeting the demanding needs of the industry. So we have something called what is rapid application development, RAD. Most of you would have heard it. It is there in the industry for more than a decade now. It is nothing but a software application development methodology which comes with 4 phases. Okay, this methodology, it has 4 phases like planning, the user design, construction, and cutover. What do we do it in the planning phase? It's typically the requirements phase, but requirements are not very stringent like in a waterfall model. Requirements are slightly agreed upon, or where the key stakeholders and the business users define a common scope and are very flexible to change them later after seeing it. And coming on to the user design phase. This is a key phase in the RAD methodology where the prototyping of the solution happens and stakeholders get to see it immediately and see the visual, than visualizing the solution, they get to see the application in the prototype model, and it goes into multiple iterations where we do the fixes, refining multiple times and checking that whether it is what you visualize, the cartoon or what I was telling, where what the end user is going to expect can be seen from the beginning itself. And these ones, it helps in reducing the rework at the end, or whatever the business users know, they see what they would like to see in the beginning itself. And during the construction phase, where we would like to, the developers the team does the model driven development with the features and develop all the components and process flows. They are reviewed with the business users, and then they're ready for the cutover or the deployment. Here, the components are integrated, implemented, and tested and deployed to production environment. This methodology gives quicker delivery, increased quality, and reduces risks to increases the transparency from the beginning. So with what we would like to see with the RAD methodology and the Mendix and the low-code platform. Now we know that what methodology suits for faster development. This rapid application development methodology, when it is clubbed with the low-code platform, the result is Mendix. And Mendix is a platform which helps us launch better applications and products much faster and helps everyone to make their business perform better. It's a proven tool with proven results in the enterprise. The key features which make this an outstanding product and put in the leaders quadrant of the Gartner's Magic Quadrant are speed, flexibility, and the adaptability. It gives us a lot of built-in features which help us do everything much faster and very easy to learn for anyone, and helps us build most portable, scalable, and resilient applications without much expertise from the developers. We can also call Mendix as a HPA PaaS, high productivity platform as a service. And coming on to some of the platform features, the promise of the software Mendix platform, which enables application development in a quick and easy way with minimal coding. Visual interface here makes it easy for experienced developers as well as the newbies to develop with easy drag and drop features, and helps with anyone to do simple applications with no coding background. The collaborative platform, which enables IT and business to go hand in hand. Everyone is enabled with providing feedback at every state. Continuous feedback helps us integrate very well and enables more integration and gives us more flexibility. Even the tool even provides integrations with the ERP systems like SAP, Salesforce, or FICO, and it's compatible with many protocols like REST, JDBC, OData, and you can name any. There are hundreds of pre-built connectors which save us a lot of time than reinventing a wheel and writing everything from scratch. This application provides a centralized management, easy maintenance, and overall we can call Mendix is all-in-one code platform. And this is the only code platform which is built with the React Native framework. It gives the flexibility to build applications, responsive applications. I need not build the application for mobile separately and web applications separately. I can build everything at one place without knowing how I accommodate multiple platforms. And it also supports enterprise level security, integration. You can even link applications, all applications with a single sign-on, existing whatever are there within your organizations. And DevOps is made much simpler, and very mature DevOps method is there in Mendix platform, which allows us for single-click deployment to any cloud of your choice, be it on-prem or any cloud provider. You can also have scaling to any size without much redesign, and comes with multi-cloud freedom as well. The UX and multi-channel features enable us to deliver smooth and engaging user experience. You develop applications for mobile, browser, and bots all in one place, and it also comes with as a multi-experience or all built in the single platform. Mendix also supports integration with any data source. Integration is provided with data mapping, JSON, and JSON snippets. And it also provides integration with the REST APIs and web services. We can consume anything which are there. And it is we all know that Mendix is solution extension partner for SAP. So if somebody has some things running on SAP, we don't have to disturb it, but you can extend the features through mobile and web applications for SAP, which becomes usable and friendly for end users to develop and use it. It is ideal for business cases in which changes are very rapid, and early response to market needs is very crucial for any organizations. And you can securely connect to any SAP service from Mendix, and it helps develop applications 10 times faster. It comes with a number of pre-built templates, and you can even make use of the Mendix marketplace. It can be used as a private enterprise so that projects teams can discover what are the reusable components, what I can make use of, like any connectors, widgets, and styles, and starter applications can be readily plugged and played with it. Mendix also supports built-in testing to full automated functional testing and one-click deployment. So what not to do? So you accelerate every phase of your development lifecycle with Mendix. There are business users who have some new approach to solve or come up with an ideas, put them in the single tool, everything, and you know what are there available, prioritize them, use the agile methodology, all happens in the single roof. And the developers get to see it and convert those ideas into application logic. After that, it is completely directly deployed to any cloud premise of your choice. And then post-deployment, you can monitor how the application is performing. With that, Alison, can you put on the second poll where we would like to see what the audience are familiar with, and what people are expecting?
So we still wanted to see if you're still with us, and thank you, Deepa, for giving us more insight about RAD and low-code application. So we just have a quick poll for everybody who is attending. Do you develop applications in-house to meet your internal or external user requirements? Okay. I think everybody answered yes. So I believe there is a huge need to modernize their approach and use a platform like Mendix to develop faster. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you so much, Alison. Now we will be jumping onto the demo, but would like to tell what we are going to cover in the demo. We are not going to, Mendix is a very vast application tool where everything is possible under the single platform. We will be quickly showing the changing scenarios, what usually occur, and two people will be the users in the scenario, what we are going to showcase now. Alison is a business user and Kapil is a Mendix developer. So the demo what we are going to show you goes like this. We have an organization, ABC Corp, which invests a lot in technology to remain a digital enterprise. and it has developed many internal and external applications using a Mendix platform. We have a small timesheet application which is used by all the employees of ABC Corporation, and the HR policy requests some small changes to be added to the application. We are not taking into the entire application at this point of time, and we will not be able to showcase all the features of Mendix. Whoever needs anything in depth can connect later. Here we'll be showing the changing processes and how the collaboration happens between the business and the technical team, and how it is translated and how it is brought back into the application. So that is the flow. And Kapil, I would like you to take you to the application demo where you're showcasing this.
Hi everyone. Thanks Deepa for just doing that. I will be sharing my screen. Tell me once when you see the screen. Yeah. So as it is told by Deepa that we'll be discussing a specific scenario over here, what we generally face in our daily life. Being a business analyst, I need to cover all the requirements which is being given by the clients. Okay. So I'll take you to the specific application over here. First, that the application is timesheet application over here. Okay, you can see that this application is quite simple, which is being used by the employees in order to just make the timestamp. The first step will be going with the collaboration part, what we usually do in Mendix. So for that, we are having a community profile over here, and we can say from here you can just collaborate with your business leaders and as well as your development team also. By clicking on this plus button, you can just add all the team members specifically to whatever they do, whether they are the business leaders or whether they are the developers. Same goes with this part. Right now you can see that I have received an urgent requirement from Ellison that we need to add a minute functionality in the times submission page. For that we'll just click on the story and just view the story. So as you can see that whatever we usually do in the project management tools, we all those things are being collaborated over here. We can do it in a single roof over here. Okay, so as you can see that Ellison has given us a basic requirement to do so. So right now, if you see that there is no minutes tab in the panel. Okay, so let's start with the development part, because this was the first step, that is the ideation. Okay, let's start with the development part. We'll be going to the Mendix screen, development screen. We need to make change in the new timesheet page, new timesheet submission page. Here we also need a minutes tab over here. So first I would like to tell you that whatever you add in the specific page, you first need to add in the domain model. Domain model acts like a database for Mendix. So I have already made according to the submission. I'll add a new tab that is of minutes here. Okay, I'll add an attribute that is minutes. Yeah, and I'll is the data type, what exactly it accepts, like integers it should accept in the specific text box. Now you can see that we have added it, and we can just save it. So now you have just made the development, made the database part. We will come on to the development part of it. Okay, yeah. So here you can see that we need to add one more tab over here. So I'll be adding it in front of you. We want that, one more thing we need to add, that is the container. These are all the widgets where you can just drag and drop and do the needful as it is required, as it is required by the clients. Make it according to that. We'll be having a label, and here we'll mention it as minutes. Okay, yeah, making as minutes. Then I'll make sure that I put a slider over here. For that we need a container to make it. we add a container, and in that container specifically we'll add one more container in order to make the slider. Add widgets. As you can see that I am just picking out the things, and I'm directly placing it. So it's very simple to make things working over here. That's why I love this platform very much. So this one is for slider part. Then we'll move the text box also. We need to add the text box also for this. You can make it according to that. For that, we'll be adding a container over here. Making that. Just add a text box. Yeah. So we don't want that it should be shown, so that I will hide the label over here. See, right now you can see that I have done the development part. Now it's time to link the development part to the database. For that, you'll just click on the specific slider and just select the attribute which you have made in the domain model. As I have made minutes, I'll select minute for this slider. And for the text box also, I'll select the specific attribute which I have already made. Select it from here, and yeah, you can see it, that is minutes which I have created. So once you do it, you just save it. So now you can see there are no errors. See, there's a debugger option also, where you can see that all if errors are occurring while you are developing anything, So here you can see errors are very less. So right now we have done with the development. We have done with the linking also. We'll save all the things. We'll save all the things. And we'll directly run this. So guys, you're ready for the magic, because we are doing this in just a couple of minutes only. Yeah, making it in just a couple of minutes. This is just
okay. It's like when there are changes in any requirements or any processes which need to be accommodated at a very faster pace, the platform serves the purpose for us, and where the business users are also collaborating with the IT and with ease.
Exactly.
So the key challenge, what we would like to address, can be what we discussed earlier, pressing needs and what we need to do are accommodated through the low-code platform with the RAD methodology.
So right here we are having this. We can view this application, what we have developed. Okay. Yeah. Now when you go to the new section over here, you will see that there is a minutes tab also. You see that? So this is how basic the low-code platform works. Okay, and this meets all the approaches of low-code working. So once I have done, once I have completed the development, I'll mention in the comments that I have done it from my side. Okay, and you can just post the comment. So this is a basic scenario through which we can easily mention all the requirements and meet that requirement in just a couple of minutes and meet them as required by the client. Okay, so moving on with the third step, that is for the deployment part. So right till now we have covered two steps, that is the ideation and the development. We'll move
and even the collaboration.
Collaboration basically. So you kind of stay there. So collaboration and the development part. We'll be moving on with the deployment part of it. You can see, you can simply just deploy all the things by just clicking on this project and deploy to this licensed cloud node. You can easily deploy it to the specific cloud which you prefer the most. The last but not the least step is the operate. Once the client deploy the application in his cloud, he can easily operate the application, and he can see what is the performance of their application, and he can see it by the matrices part. By clicking on the matrices over here, you can easily see that what is the basic performance in it. Like here, there are certain graphs as mentioned according to the application, like you can see this, and you can just configure according to you what type of performance you require for the application. So this one is all the steps which we require to make a basic application or to meet the current scenario in the industry. So till now, what I think you have gone through it, and you have get it. So you can even make faster applications, you can even make better applications, and you can make even applications with more agility. Well, that's it from my side. I would like to invite Alison for the next step.
Thank you so much, Kapil, for that demo scenario you have showed us. I hope our guests are able to grasp what the Mendix Studio Pro is all about, and how are we able to address, the changes and additional requests rapidly. So I believe we have a good minutes left for the question and answer portion. So Deepa and Kapil, we are able to accommodate some of the people's questions.
Sure. Please go ahead, Alison.
Yeah. So I'm receiving a couple of questions over here. First one is, can you connect Mendix to SQL Server?
Is possible. We can connect to any data source from Mendix. If we have our own databases, we can always connect to any data source. Also, we can also use the databases which are available at Mendix. It comes with the Postgres, and we can make use of the Mendix platform DB as well.
Okay, perfect. Another one, I think it's also related to that question, is what type of database can be used in Mendix?
Any database. You can even use Excel as a database, or you can connect to SAP HANA database. We can connect to any database of our choice from Mendix platform. And yeah, I see one question from Nias asking for test access. Mendix for developers to try out. It is free. You can just register, download the Mendix Studio Pro, and you can start working on it, and very easy to get started. There's a lot of learning material available on the Mendix site as well to know how to use the tool. But it is very easy. Even without knowing much, you can get started with the developing applications.
Right. We have another question. How is RAD different from Agile?
Okay.
The same.
Okay, almost Shaker. They're almost same. Only thing you are going in the prototyping is taking a longer time. In Agile, you don't have to develop that. Also, you go it and adjust the sprints where you define and you do the planning and do it. The Mendix from here, the rapid application development is the only thing. It is not that we can take out Agile and rapid RAD separately. It's merged actually.
Okay, I have received private questions as well. Does Mendix generate a source code in any particular language which can be edited and reused?
No, for that we need to just incorporate all the changes in the Mendix. Basically, we use the specific languages for that if it is having a specific platform.
It's built on Java, but we're not able to save.
Yes, it is. I'm having a question from this side, that is license details from Hussein. Actually, the license part is quite simple. We are having 3 types of packages here. That is normal, standard, and premium. For discussing these license details, I think we can have a separate talk and just go in deep for that.
Right. Thanks, Kapil. How to get dynamic CSS in Mendix?
Okay, so just writing the dynamic CSS for the Mendix now, you don't need to do anything. You just click on the specific page which you have designed, which you have structurized. You just right click on that, and you can just write the CSS on it. It is quite simple.
Okay. Down to our last question. How can we use REST API authentication? Is this something you can show?
Yeah. For the REST API integration, it includes a number of steps basically to integrate or to authenticate them. For that authentication steps, we need to make it a JSON or need to convert it. For that, we can refer the Mendix forum to just.
There are steps detailed on the Mendix platform, the website, to put a REST API into place, and it's very easy to use. Whether it's a WSDL or the JSON, you define the objects, how you're going to use it, and you can refer them in your code.
Exactly.
Okay.
The steps are detailed on the platform, on the website as well.
I'm having a question from Nias.
Yes.
He is asking, can I develop the native mobile apps? Absolutely.
Absolutely, you can
develop it very easy. While you are developing, you just need to develop the pages for the native mobile applications, and you can just make it.
Okay. I think we have covered all of the questions. Any last words from Deepa or Kapil?
No, nothing. I think just to conclude, out of many challenges what we have in the present software development and the business needs, Mendix serves as a good platform to get started with minimal coding and less learning curve, and we can put the innovation at scale in your organizations.
I would like to just add one more thing in case we're all done, right? Are we all done?
Yeah, I think we have answered the last question from Mr. Nias.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a point that, we had an agenda set for 60 minutes, but we finished in 45 minutes. So I think Mendix is very much like that. It probably will take you a lot longer in other webinars, but we've delivered within time itself. So in a way, the webinar is the gist of Mendix as well.
All right, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Like Prithvi said, we have seen that quicker time to market and quicker response to change and quicker time to gain value is possible through the Mendix platform. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach us at the contact details flashed on your screens. Once again, thank you, Prithvi, Shalima, Deepa, and Kapil for joining us and giving us an insight into Mendix today. And thank you to all our attendees for spending your 1 hour with us. And we hope to see you on our next webinar.